All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Back again, real quick. All right. I actually just saw this video here. Let me put it up. And I just had to jump on here and do this video real quick. Basically, just going into it, you have this as you can see on the screen. You got this citizen, all right, from Wuhan that basically did this video. All right. Now, if you're familiar with how the Chinese system is, it's real difficult for them to, like their internet is very restricted if they have access at all. All right, and it's very difficult for them to do videos, or they have to use VPNs and all that extra stuff. Now, I'm not gonna play the whole video. I already uploaded it, re-uploaded it onto my channel, so you can watch it there. All right, but I'm gonna play from the 9 minute and 19-second mark. All right, because he says some very important stuff here. Okay, which some of it they've already they've already said, but some they haven't. Now keep in mind, what he's saying. All right, because he claims that he lives there. He's in basically the epicenter. He's a citizen. All right, and he's telling you what's really happening in the inside, what's really going on there. All right, as opposed to what we're hearing on the news, because we're not in China, so we can go off of what the news tells us. Right. So let's see what he says.
在他们不配合，是在他们完全没有办法、无奈的情况下。
So he said it's not like they refuse to cooperate, but they just have no way. All right, because he was basically saying that they didn't warn them to put on face masks until after things started getting crazy. Now he says something very key in here, which is why I want to play from this mark.
现在得不到医治，得不到确诊，只能活活的等待病痛的折磨，等待死亡。人他妈一生，命就一条，就一次啊，死了就没了呀。 而且眼下这个病毒并不像官方宣传的什么发热咳嗽，而且不发热不发烧，一样也可以传播。
See that? He said the virus isn't causing the symptoms like they say. Even if you don't have symptoms, you can still have the virus. Okay? So you can still have that disease. So like they're telling you, oh, it's only, now keep in mind, the patients that they have, right? The patients that's why the number count is so little in the US and in other parts of the world. And it doesn't make sense because and he's going to tell you, you have millions of people that traveled he said they already left Wuhan before they put the lockdown there. Okay. So that disease is out. The reason, right, that they haven't claimed so many numbers is because number one, it hasn't started its killing spree yet. And number two, there's certain people that are not showing symptoms. So you can have like 100,000 people or so in the US with the disease, and some might not even know it because they'll start testing you to see if you test positive for the disease, okay, or if you test negative if you show symptoms, so they're aware of it. But what happens if you're not showing symptoms but you have the disease and you're going around spreading it?
而且不光是通过口腔传播，这个病毒并不像官方宣传的什么发热咳嗽，而且不发热不发烧，一样也可以传播。而且不光是通过口腔传播，病毒可以通过你的眼睛，都可以。
So like you said, it's not only through navel, but you can also get it through your eyes, and so you might hold on to a railing. And really, a good movie to watch is Contagion. All right, I watched it today. It's a good movie, man. Bro, should watch that. But you might be in a train. You might hold on to the thing so you don't fall down, and then you might forget yourself, and your eye might be itching. You might scratch it a little bit, and boom,
宣传的什么发热咳嗽，而且不发热不发烧，一样也可以传播。 而且不光是通过口腔传播，病毒可以通过你的眼睛，都可以。这个已经是证实了的，很多内部的医疗工作人员已经证实了这个情况。 而且在封城的前半个月、一个月，返乡春运回去了，已经走了100-200万。
See that? During the New Year rush, 1 million or 2 have already left Wuhan. All right, let me play that back so you can see that.
官方宣传的什么发热咳嗽，而且不发热不发烧，一样也可以传播，而且不光是通过口腔传播，病毒可以通过你的眼睛，都可以。这个已经是证实了的，很多内部的医疗工作人员已经证实了这个情况，而且在封城的前半个月、一个月，返乡春运回去了，已经走了100-200万人了。他们怎么办？你怎么防？要把整个中国都给封住吗？与其这封那封。
See, so he's a a couple million that already left already. All right. Now they left Wuhan. They could have traveled outside. They could have traveled inside. They could have traveled different areas. That's how you have it popping up here and here. But keep in mind, it's popping up on the radar for people who are showing symptoms, people who are suspected of having the disease. But you can have it without showing symptoms. Okay. So really, we're just keeping an eye, all right, to see, where it goes, what how how bad it's really gonna get, okay, to see, how the Lord is really gonna take this, man. But from the way things are looking now, it's getting bad. They say now it's about what 80 deaths and about 2,000. I got the notification here. It says here the number of coronavirus deaths rises to 80, and there are 2,744 confirmed cases. All right, and that's what the Chinese National Health Commission is telling you. But I'm pretty sure if you had civilians in there freely being able to do videos, they tell you it's probably way more than that. All right.
是证实了的，很多内部的医疗工作人员已经证实了这个情况，而且在封城的前半个月、一个月，返乡春运回去了，已经走了100-200万人了。他们怎么办？你怎么防？要把整个中国都给封住吗？与其这封那封的，你早干嘛去了？所以我希望所有看到我视频的人，真的好好珍惜我发这个视频，真的是太不容易了。我随时都是冒着被抓到公安局派出所的风险，在这里就希望把一些真实的、客观的情况告诉大家。我们老百姓真的是很无奈，并不是所有人都被洗脑了，我们也希望是吧，过上那种民主、自由、开放。我们也希望不翻墙就能上 YouTube、上 Twitter， 但问题是根本就做不到。我们能怎样呢？是吧？高房价、高物价、通货膨胀，他们造假人出了任何问题就捡我们老百姓的韭菜、剪羊毛，大家都看得雪亮的。你看我身边的朋友、同学，只要是有钱的、有能力的、能移民的，早他妈走了，谁都不傻，我们只是没有办法。希望大家帮帮我们，我们起码眼下我们武汉人真的是太需要国际舆论、国际社会的关注了。我们眼下真的是太无奈了，就2个字：无奈。
So there you have it. All right, he's basically telling you, man, straight up that over there they can't do anything about it. Wonton To, I saw a post that was deleted almost instantly where 6 people collapsed in an apartment block. Doctors turned up and covered them as if they were already dead. Yeah, and he says when you watch the full clip, he tells you that, look, man, you can go to they've stopped all transportation, they've blocked off the gas stations and stuff, so you can't get access to the gas. Okay, so okay. You can't get access to the gas. So if you're sick or you suspect that you're sick, how are you going to get to the hospital? You can't get on the train. You can't get on the bus. You can't drive because you run out of gas. And if you just so happen to make it to the hospital, as he says, it's already packed. You have to now get in line. Now, in the time that you're there waiting, okay, you could probably contract the disease. And if you die waiting, they're just going to cover you and throw you somewhere else. And when you get there, they're just going to give you some antibiotics and stuff and tell you isolate yourself. What was that? So like he said, they're forced to stay at home, and if they contract the disease, they just gotta sit there, suffer the illnesses, and just die because there's so many of them. There's so many cases here. It's not enough staff. It's not enough people. He said Wuhan used to be a nice place, but now it's torn apart. You know, it's torn apart. What are you gonna do? Like you said, one word: helpless, man. Okay, they're helpless over there, and you know what? This is all the doings of the Most High. Okay, I'll get one precept on this. Just a short clip. All right, just showing you, man. Look, it's it's not exactly as they say it is, man. Because right now they're keeping a lid on the full truth, as they always do. All right. Matter of fact, ignorant devices. All right, they're keeping a lid on the full truth, and as you can hear in the video, all right, the dude is telling you how bad it really is, and this is just the beginning phases of it, man. Okay, like I said, if you watch that movie Contagion, it shows you, all right, how quick the virus can spread and how much damage it can do. Okay, and when they quote unquote manufacture a vaccine, all right, literally there was a scene where people are online trying to get a treatment for it. They're trying to get like some antibiotics or some sample that somebody claimed will cure you, and they're in line, and then the person comes out and says, the operator comes out and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, we only have enough for about like 30 more people." And them people just started going wild. They said, "What? You?" People just started skipping the lines, and you had a pregnant woman in line. Boy, they moved her ass, ran over her like she didn't even exist. Okay, and then you know what? They got there. Somebody took a chair, threw it into the glass, broke it. They just jumped in there and started taking it. It wasn't about oh, let me stand in line and I guess it's too bad for me. No, the second people hear that, it's gonna be just like that. They're gonna turn barbaric just like that, man. Just like that. Then next thing you know, fires, looting. So what happens then? They have to declare that martial law. FEMA, they mentioned FEMA in there. Okay. And then you're gonna have those bank runs. People are trying to get their money out the bank quick, 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 because now things are getting out of hand. Okay, and it looks, and I speak as a man, but it looks as though they're keeping a lid on it. They're making it seem like everything is good, especially in the U.S. until it gets to a very, very bad level that can spark a real big pandemic or real big chaos, man. Because the calmness that they're using to treat this is not it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Now they claim 5 people, 5 cases of it in the U.S. and all that. Well, we're gonna see. All right, yeah, that's right. China is trying to reduce the world panic. Now, this is 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right, so we know how the government works. We know how the CDC moves. We know that they won't come out and tell you exactly what it is. Okay, even if they don't have a cure, they do have a cure. If they made it themselves, they will not come out and tell you that. They will only tell you the facts that they can't hide, things that they know. Okay, at least, all right, there are deaths from this. So what can we do? We can downplay the deaths. We can tell you if it's 1,000 people, we'll tell you is 200 people that died. If it's 1 million cases, we'll tell you 50,000 cases. To keep the people calm. But when it gets to the point where the truth is coming out, regardless, they're just gonna have to come out and just come out with it. And what are they going to do? They're going to protect important personnel first. They're going to protect their presidents, their politicians, their governors, and the average people. They're not going to care about you. They might tell you, come get a vaccine, but is that vaccine really going to cure you? No. Okay. Because the majority of it is probably just mock trials. They might tell you, come get a vaccine, and that vaccine is just a trial for them to see if this works or not. That's all. You know? So hey, look, man, and them vaccines. Keep in mind they have mercury in as preservatives. Mercury, when you read on mercury, is not really good for you. All right, the excessive amounts of mercury suppresses your T cells, and it basically shuts down and weakens your immune system. So you going to take them vaccines, you really just breaking down your defense wall against these foreign invaders, these pathogens. All right. So you're gonna go take that, and you're gonna run into the world, and then you're gonna wonder why you're contracting certain illnesses. All right. Uh, Glido Silver Homemade. There's a Jake on YouTube showing how to, and healthy foods like that. I mean, yeah, but see, at the end of the day, we don't have to worry about all right, taking, all these other things. We don't have to worry about that. Okay? Because you got to keep in mind, let me get this real quick. Isaiah 45 and 7. All right, you got to keep in mind who it is ultimately who's causing these outbreaks and causing these things to happen. Yeah, it might be the CDC, it might be the government, but who's ultimately above? The Most High. All right, this is Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So whether it's a disease outbreak or a pandemic or whatever the case may be, guess what? This is from the Lord. Okay, the Most High is the one who's doing this. So if you're doing right by the Lord, he can make you immune. Okay, where you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to eat anything special. You just do your regular, live your regular life, and the Most High is going to protect you. Okay, he's going you like I said, you can be. What did King David say? Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil, because you could be in the midst of the outbreak and walk out and still be good. All right. Here it is. You have accounts where men, what's that, in the book of Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they were tossed into a fire. Okay. And what? They came out, you didn't even smell the scent of smoke on them, you know? So if they were tossed into a fire and they were good, we don't gotta worry about disease outbreaks. All right. So hey, that's why the most important thing is to fear the Lord and to serve him. Because there's certain things, not even just certain things. The Most High is the only one that can deliver you from anything that's to come. You know, only the Most High can deliver you. Because if you contract the disease, how are you going to survive that? All right. Most High could just easily whatever sprinkle some spiritual dust on you, whatever, to where you just naturally immune. Because even in the movie Contagion, there was a man in there who was immune. You know, he was good. Everybody's wearing face masks and face masks and all that, and he didn't have to wear that. He was good. He was chilling. He was grooving and moving, and that's why. All right, that's why the Lord said this. Isaiah 13, I think it's verse 12. Should be around there at least. Um, Isaiah 13, yep, verse 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold. What man is this? A man of the Lord, an elect man. All right, more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Now, let me give you an example. Let me put a scenario into your mind, right? A man more precious than fine gold. Let's say you have this outbreak that gets really, really bad. All right, but there's certain men or certain of the Lord's chosen that no matter what, they just can't get infected. They're immune to it. And on top of that, the Lord gives them the power to heal, gives them the power to be able to put their hands on you. And even if you have the disease, you'll be healed. You'll be good. You know what like what I'm saying? Like what at that point, how valuable do you think that man becomes? If you hear that there's certain people that are immune to it, and by the spirit and power of the Most High, of course, but by their touch, you can be healed, and your wife is dying, or your daughter is dying, or your mother's dying, or you're dying. What you gonna do everything in your power to try and find them, because there's no other solution or no other escape anywhere else. So you're gonna find the men of the Lord. You're gonna say, I need to find those men. That's just an example of how the Lord can take you from being a man or somebody that the world looks at as an offscouring and laugh at, to a time when they're so desperate that they look at you more precious than fine gold. Okay, because ultimately this is all the doing, all right, of the Heavenly Father in the name of the Son, all right, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, this is all they're doing. So like I said, we are to what? To watch, all right, pray, and just keep looking out, man, because this is all a part of prophecy. All right. Matter of fact, let me get that. And I'll close it with that. Let's get Matthew 24. This is Matthew chapter 24. I'll start at verse 3 and jump down. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? So they asked him, what are the signs that we're going to know, all right, basically of the future, of the end of the world, because that's when the Lord said he was going to make his second appearing. And this is what he told him. All right, take heed that no man deceive you. Jumping down, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines. All right, look up what's going on in Africa right now. You have a plague of locusts that are causing the food supply in Africa to start running out, because they're destroying the crops. All right, and it's gonna come here. Okay, and pestilences. Notice how that's plural. Pestilences. It ain't gonna be just the coronavirus. You're gonna see some things that you ain't never seen before. All right, famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. You see what just happened? Was it in Turkey? You had that earthquakes in Puerto Rico. Okay, earthquakes. You have some in Japan. So it's hitting everywhere. That's what it means by diverse places. And these things are happening all at once. That's how you know we're in the last days, because this is one of the signs that the Messiah said to look out for. This is how you know that you're living in the last days. Verse 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay, the beginning of sorrows. That means it's gonna get much worse than this. All right, but pestilence has been prophesied in the scriptures, and as we see, that's what's happening upon the earth, man. Okay, that's going on there. Look it up in Africa. All right, let me actually, I'll see if I can pull it up here. Locust destroying crops in Africa. 2 days ago, it says a locust invasion is swarming across parts of Ethiopia, Somalia, and Kenya, destroying crops and pasture land in its wake. The United Nations says this is the worst outbreak of its kind in 25 years for Ethiopia and Somalia, and the worst Kenya has seen in 70 years. You see, they're attacking the crops, man. So, I mean, this is huge. Worst locust swarm in decades, destroying crops in East Africa. All right. Africa threatened with severe food crisis. What is that? That's a famine. Okay. Well, that is a famine, because when food is low, your access to food is even lower. That is a famine. You don't have access to the food. It says, as locust mega swarms devour crops. Okay. So as we're reading in Matthew 24, we're seeing it happening in real life. That's how you measure the times diligently. You're looking at what's happening in the world, then you're reading the scriptures, and then you're seeing, okay, this links up with this. All right, I think we should be back now. Okay, all right. I think it's back on now. Hey, well, hey, Satan just trying to play games, man. All right, because that information is powerful. The information is too hot. It's too hot right now. Real quick, shalom. Let's see. Spain storm with 40 feet waves. Yep, that's the one. Turkey 6.8 earthquake injuring 1,000 people, and all sorts of stuff going down. That is all part of prophecy. Whistleblower says there's actually 90,000 sick in China. Would you look at that? But like I said, they're gonna downplay it. Okay, they're not gonna come out and tell you all that. Okay, um, yeah, yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. And just like the dude said, I'm gonna come back to the scripture, but just like the dude said with how it's hard for them to upload videos, okay, and all of that in China, they're gonna shut down the internet here too. Because what's going on in China, cool, that's happening there, but in the once it really blows up in the US, it's gonna be far much worse. They're gonna shut down electricity. They're gonna shut down in certain parts. They're gonna shut down the internet connection and all that in certain parts. So if you're in a quarantine area, you gonna be in for some. You better start praying. You better start praying. All right. Um, so jumping back to Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. So that's why we told you when Trump and Iran and stuff, when they killed that Iranian general and they were going back and forth, that is what rumors of wars, you know. But guess what? We told you that wasn't going to be the beginning of the full-on World War III. Why? Because the scriptures say the end is not yet. Why? Because you still have other prophecies that need to take place. Civil war, race wars, famines, pestilences, as we're seeing. Okay? And this is all happening, and we only in the first month of the year. We only in January. Okay? So we're gonna see, all right, how how the Most High takes this, because at the end of the day, this is His movie, and this is the Lord is in control of it all right. But we're gonna see, all right, how the Lord takes this and where He takes it to. But ultimately, let me actually close it with this. Jeremiah 30 verse 7. All right, this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, so that time is great, man, but it's going to be, like it says, so that none is like it. So the things you're seeing is going to be greater than anything you've seen in the movie, anything you've read of in history, the Black Plague and all that. Nothing is going to compare to what's coming to this place very, very soon. And not just America, other places of the world as well. All right. But like it says, it's the time of Jacob's trouble, which Jacob represents you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and you Israelites that are scattered wherever you at. Because best believe you have Israelites that look like Chinese people living in China, going through the judgment there. All right. But he shall be saved out of it, and that he represents the elect. Okay. Moving on. Daniel 12 and 1. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, just like we just read in Jeremiah. All right, a time of trouble. What kind of trouble? Jacob's trouble. All right, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book. And that's talking about the elect. Okay, those are the ones who are going to be delivered. So you have to keep in mind that these pestilence and stuff, the Lord sends death angels to bring them. Okay, it's done by death angels. Okay, I think there's a scripture. I want to see if I can remember it real quick. Oh boy, let me see. Vented. I know it's in the book of Samuel. Yeah. 2 Samuel 24. You want to know what he said? You can just go on my channel, and I uploaded the video, all right, the full clip of what the dude actually said, all right, because I played the clip earlier, in the stream, or you can just go back in the stream and see it. But like I said, I uploaded the full video on my channel, and I played the clip earlier, and the dude actually said it. All right, Yeah, that's right. That's right. All right, I'm gonna end it with the scripture I'm reading right now. But yeah, like the brother said, I have a moth. Esau Esau didn't like that. Yeah, it's funny because the all right. Hopefully it stays this time. Yeah, apparently my connection is it just keeps it automatically keeps disconnecting me from the stream app, and we know that these devils anyway, these elites, they don't want the information to come out, so they keep cutting it. They keep trying to cut it. But yeah, you can just continue reading on that. I'm not gonna go through it. You can keep reading on that. I'm pretty much just basically gonna end it here. Okay, just keep in mind, man, that there are a lot of things going on in the world, and it's only gonna ramp up, all right, and get more and more intensified as the days go on. Okay, so hey, Lord willing, this was edifying unto the elect. Before this thing cuts off again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Until next time, Shalom.